I'll tell you my other transfer in mind. I will tell you, and it's Florian Wirtz to Anthony Gordon, Gordon captain.
That's insanity. That's insanity.
Liverpool ain't all that. And they're going to find out on Monday night when they get punished. We're going to murder them. It's going to be 4-0 Newcastle.
You know, it's not even game week 2 finished. And people are saying you should be ashamed of your performance. Baby, we've not even got going.
After Gordon gets his hat-trick tomorrow evening, and then we're all going to be captaining him.
If Gordon does well this week, Andrew, and you're on late tackle next week...
Liverpool are getting a thrashing. I keep telling you, Liverpool are getting a thrashing. They are getting their comeuppance on Monday night.
See Nightmare's last going. 50 for the season. Oh God, what was this game week? Oh mate.
Oh.
I still have the greatest captain of the game week to come on Monday night, Anthony Gordon. I backed him. When Gordon goes and puts Liverpool to the sword, that could be another 30 points on my total.
If you're not in the top 10k, you can't come with Black Box.
Well, the way he's going, you have him in the top 10 million. Isn't he like 9.5 million or something?
Anthony Gordon is a big match player, and for Newcastle, there is no bigger match than Liverpool at St James's Park on Monday night. But on Monday night, that is Newcastle's night. That is Eddie Howe's night. That is Anthony Gordon's night.
Nightmare told me in our chat that he captained Gordon. I thought he was joking, but obviously, evidently, he's not. Is he doing it for views? Yeah, it'd be strange to captain Gordon, I'd say. I mean, he was saying he reckons they're going to beat him 5-0.
You might not accept it. You might think I've lost the plot again, but we'll see.
He's playing FPL in a way that he's either going to end up in the millions or win it. There's no in between.
So I might be 9.16 million now, but I might not be on Monday night.
This isn't just a game of football. It's a grudge match, which I don't think Liverpool are equipped to handle. Liverpool are going to get the thrashing they deserve.
I really feel he's going to get multiple returns. And so, after all the hype and anticipation, after another game week of disaster, we are here at Monday night, and I have spent all weekend hyping the virtues of Anthony Gordon. I have spent all weekend bigging up how much he is going to put Liverpool to the sword in less than half an hour's time. And by the time you watch this, you'll already know if I have egg on my face or not. But right now, I don't know. Right now, the hope is at fever pitch. You know, I said on Saturday night, for the rest of the game week, I have the upper hand despite being 9.5 million ranked, because I have the hope. I have the hope of the miracle turnaround. And that is what Anthony Gordon could give me in less than half an hour's time. And like I say, of course, you will already know the outcome, and that this might be a bit of schadenfreude for you, but for me, this is real life. This is what matters the most. And the team news is in, and it is Gordon. It is Gordon up front for Newcastle, and it is Curtis Jones in defence for Liverpool, it appears to me. Curtis Jones at the right back spot, because obviously Gravenberch and Szoboszlai and McAllister in midfield. I don't know, not McAllister. You see, I'm stumbling because I was rushing to get that nice little intro finished. It wasn't McAllister, because his wife's had a baby or having a baby. But it's Newcastle who are going to give life to my FPL season tonight with Anthony Gordon. He's surely going to get these multiple returns. D-Unit's card said multiple returns. My heart says multiple returns. Everything about this fixture says it's Anthony Gordon's moment to shine. Now, I don't know at this moment if that is coming true. I hope if it's not, you're ready for an evening of amusement, a video of laughter at my gamble blowing up in my face, because if it doesn't work out, that 10 million ranking is looming. That I'm on the black box on Friday night, and that 10 million ranking is looming. The biggest moment of my FPL career, and it's at the worst ranking I've ever had, unless Anthony Gordon can send me through. We will have to see. We will see in a moment. I have not been able to eat my tea. At my house, we have Burger Mondays. We have Burger Mondays where we all have a different type of burger and we feast. But for me, there is no Burger Monday because it's all about this match. It is all about this grudge match against Liverpool. And look, I've had a few people ask me to do a watch-along. I'm not doing a watch-along. For one, I've got my wife and kids here. And for two, I just don't really enjoy solo watch-alongs. I know my man D-Unit's very good at them, but for me, I just find when I try and do a watch-along, I don't really watch, and I need to watch this match. I need to take in Anthony Gordon's heroics. I need to see with my eyes and feel with my soul what it feels like when you take the biggest gamble of your FPL career and it all comes off because I refuse to countenance that Anthony Gordon may not get the result. I refuse to countenance that Newcastle may not beat Liverpool tonight. It's going to be a thrashing. I've said it over and over. And now, yes, I'm nervous. Yes, I feel like I might look a bit stupid. But what if I don't? What if tonight is the night when it all kicks into gear, when my FPL season goes into overdrive? That is the hope. So I am going to go inside. There's about 10 minutes till kick-off now. I am going to go inside. I'm going to try and film as the game happens, but obviously if my wife and kids are in the house, if they're in the front room, I'm not going to be able to do so. So you might have to wait till half time for a reaction. We will have to see, but I will come with you at half time, and then I'll go on a little walk at full time, because that's what we do on this channel. We walk and we vent and we get our emotions out, and I just can't wait to have a happy walking video. It's been months since we went round Castle Park celebrating that League of Gentlemen win, but now we are rock bottom of Nightmare's Dreamers, and it's not particularly close. We are getting cut adrift after just two game weeks of the season, of this mini league of killers we have crafted, that I have put together to become a better player. And now I'm not a better player, I'm the worst I've ever been, but we will get to that. So I will try and get some live reaction as the match happens. Hopefully we can celebrate those inevitable Gordon returns together, but if not, I will come out at half time and I will give a quick overview on how it's going. So here we go. How are the lads? Do you know, I'm not going to lie, I'm just putting the game on now and I am a nervous man. Like now, the reality is starting to kick in. We're about 2 minutes away from kick-off and I'm sat here and my stomach is in knots. It's a good job I didn't join in on Burger Monday, because I would not be able to keep anything down. I'm going to need to wait until after this football to be able to have a chance to eat anything. I am nervous. Like, now reality is setting in that I have gone not only against Liverpool and not only against the FPL GOAT, the greatest player in the history of the game we all love, who just hit a record-breaking performance last season, who got a huge haul at St James's Park last season. Not only have I gone against him, I've gone against Liverpool entirely, no Liverpool assets. I have gone all in on Newcastle, and I have gone all in on our makeshift striker up front in a grudge match. And I'm just nervous. I am feeling the heat. I am feeling the nerves. But you just don't know in this game. Sometimes these things pay off. Sometimes somebody will triple captain Jury and Timber and get 24 points off him. Sometimes somebody will, take a chance on Joao Pedro and get 15 points off him. I do that strictly come captaining that greyhead, the great and the good greyhead does. And I went with Joao Pedro as my captain choice for me in FPL Have a Beer this week, and that's probably made us safe. That's probably us through to the next round. So I can get these calls right. We can get these calls correct. It's just hard in this game. And I don't know, now I'm feeling a little bit more objective and I'm thinking, bloody hell, I've captained a makeshift striker out of position against the champions of the country, who we just beat in the cup final quite easily, quite convincingly. and maybe they're going to give us some payback tonight. But then I remember, no, we owe them for all this summer. You know, the reason I've not got the coverage on already is because I just know all I'm going to be hearing is Isak. You know, what about Newcastle? What about Gordon? Well, Gordon's going to show why the focus should have been on him. You see, I'm so nervous. I'm stumbling over my words. I am stuttering. Now, my wife is down the allotment right now with the kids. They are off doing some, just watering up, having a bit of a play down the park. So that's why I can get a bit of filming in my front room. Don't know how much of it I'll be able to do. I don't know if I'll be able to catch much live footage at all. We'll just have to see. But really, I don't. Maybe it's best if they come home and I can't film anything at all. I know they will be, my beautiful wife will be making their burgers for them for their Burger Monday. For me, there's no burgers. Not until 10 o'clock tonight if we win. If we don't, the only thing I will be eating is, well, do you know, I can't even think of the sign-off line. I was thinking of. What was it? Eat your hat, eat my words. That's what I'll be eating. The only thing I'll be thinking, maybe I'll edit that little bit back out. But for me, while we might get the wife and the kids eating their Burger Mondays, maybe I can get a little bit of filming in. But there's no Burger Monday for me until at least 10 o'clock, because I don't know if I'll be able to eat unless Anthony Gordon can pull this off. And if he can't, then the only thing I'll be eating is my words. But I think we'll do it. I'm backing Gordon again. Come on, lad. Show them what it's all about. Show them who Anthony Gordon is. Remind them all. They all must have forgot. Let's hope tonight is a night that will live long in the memory, long in the annals of the FPL legacy. Let's hope. All we have is hope. What can you fucking say, like? What can you fucking say? You go and you fucking take all this big chance, you take this huge gamble on your FPL season, you go in a big match and fucking Anthony fucking Gordon goes and does something like that. Who does he think he is, like? This is the second time in a matter of months Gordon has got himself sent off through stupidity. Right, I mean, this is a big match for us. This is a big match against Liverpool, and he's gone and done that, leaving aside the FPL ramifications for a second, because there are big ones for my team. For him to go and do that in this match, like, it was only fucking March that he went and got himself sent off right before the cup final against these cunts. Now he's gone and done it in the actual match. What is going on with him, like? I mean, I'm not prone to overreacting, but you've got to question whether Gordon's got the temperament for the top level. You have to question whether he deserves a place in this team going forward, because you rely on him. You know, he first came to Newcastle and he kicked off with Eddie Howe because he was subbed off. Then bloody last season, he gets benched because he gets sent off before the cup final. Comes back into the team. He gets trusted to lead us through this challenging time, to lead us through this period of crisis where our £150 million striker refuses to play. We've got no other striker signed. So once again, we trust Anthony Gordon. I trust him with my freaking FPL hopes and dreams. And he goes and does that. Who does he think he is, like? Who does he think he is? And when it comes to the FPL, like, this is just beyond a joke. This is a sick joke. I am here trying to have a good season. I am here. You look at my team, you can't say any of them are bad picks, except maybe Maxim de Kuiper. Bit of a gamble. You know, and then it's just gone from bad to worse. I was on 57 points before this match. Now I'm going to be back down to 53. I'm meant to be on the fecking black box on Friday. And what am I meant to do? Why am I on the fecking black box when I'm on... It's hideous. It's hideous. It's absolutely hideous. And, my language is a little bit coarse. But I know that's what you all want. I know you've been waiting in anticipation for my reaction to this situation. All my hopes and dreams going up in smoke before half time. The worst thing is, we've absolutely fucking battered them. Liverpool have played like cowards. They have played like a lower league team coming up into the big time for the first time in the cup, and they've come here, put 11 men behind the ball, they've had one shot, they've had about 5 touches in our half, they've played like cowards, and then Anthony Gordon goes, they've got a good goal, it was a good finish, you have to give them that, and then it was all right, fair enough, not ideal, a minute before half time. But we're going to the second half, we're attacking the Gallagher end. We've got a chance here. Gordon's had 3 glorious opportunities. He's gone close. It's coming. These FPL points are coming. My rise up the rankings is coming. And then he goes and does that. Like a fucking coward. Anthony Gordon is a disgrace. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this petulance that the lad shows. The way he forced himself out of Everton, the way he kicked off with Eddie Howe after 3 months, the way he pushed that Brighton player in the back of the head, Van Heck, right before the cup final, and now this, a snide scraping of the legs of Van Dijk, who has not played well. Liverpool have not played well at all. And there was no need. Newcastle... I spoke in my video last week about how you have to play the man, not the cards. You have to play the situation, not the sport. And Newcastle, they have not played this situation. Newcastle have not done anything to get that crowd going. And maybe that's what's happened here. Maybe Gordon has thought, I'm going to try and get this crowd fired up. But he's done it badly. He's done it the wrong way. You can't lunge in at someone from behind like that. Joe Linton is fine, And to be fair, fucking Gravenberch, he could have been sent off after about 5 minutes for a very similar thing on Bruno Guimaraes. But no, he doesn't get sent off. No, we let him score the goal, whereas Anthony Gordon, the lad deserved to go. And now I'm in a real predicament here because I've got to go back in there. You'll see I'm outside. You'll see I didn't film. It's because the wife and kids are there. And now I've got to go back in there and I've got to paint a smile on my face. I've got to say, it's all right, kids. It's just a game. It's just a sport. There has to be winners and losers. And I don't feel like that. I feel let down. I feel let down by Anthony Gordon. And his teammates should feel let down. I actually think for Gordon to do this in this situation it's as bad as anything. This is the second time in 5 months he's done something like this, let his teammates down like this, and it's actually infuriated me more than Isak wanting to transfer in the first place. And I'm furious. Like, I'm absolutely furious, and. I've got to go back in at the end of this match and put this video together for you all. And I know you can't wait. And now, don't I look a fool? Don't I look a fucking fool? Maybe that lad was right at the weekend when he said I should be ashamed of my team. Well, I'm not, but I'm ashamed of Anthony Gordon's actions tonight. I'm ashamed of the way he has handled this situation. All he had to do was just charge him down. He didn't have to dive in. We had them on the ropes. We had the upper hand. We were playing them off the park. They got the lucky goal. But now, what the fuck are we meant to do in this second half? Bring Will Osula on? I just don't know. I don't know what to say. And from an FPL perspective, I'm absolutely fucked. Like, I'm probably going to have to wildcard now because I've got Palmer out, I've got Saka out, I've got Nunes barely playing, I've got De Kuiper a waste of space, I've got Bowen a waste of space. Ollie Watkins is somehow gone from being a killer in pre-season to he's playing for a move. Maybe he's hoping to get to Newcastle, who knows? Can we not swap them? At least I'd have a Newcastle striker for this Leeds match. I've got no Gordon, no Palmer, no Saka, I've got no midfield. No fucking midfield. Bruno Fernandes. What the, And now I'm going to have to watch. Can we hold out on Salah? Can we keep him out? Well, he's done nothing either. He's been a waste of space. £14.5 million, not even touched the ball. You know, Wirtz has looked half decent, but he's not really done anything either. You know, Gakpo's probably looked the most dangerous attacker. But fucking Anthony Gordon, like, he has let me down. He's let anybody else that backed him. He's let Alex Volo down. And you can let me down and I can let it go. But you let Alex Volo down and you make an enemy out of me, pal. And Anthony Gordon, he'll show contrition. He'll say he's sorry. But, you know, this is the second time in 5 months. Once right before Liverpool and once while playing them. And who does he support? Oh, yeah, he's a Liverpool fan. Well, maybe it's like Jordan Pickford when Everton had to keep dropping him for the games against us. Maybe Anthony Gordon just can't be trusted in these big situations. Maybe this last week of the season, we should be looking at moving Anthony Gordon on because it's not good enough. It's not good enough for him. It's not good enough for Newcastle United, and it's certainly not good enough for my FPL team. And I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do, and I've got 45 minutes to endure it. I'm going to say we're probably not going to beat them 4 or 5-0 now. 4 or 5-1. Certainly not nil, because we're conceded to a bloke that could have arguably have been sent off. But I don't think the hiding's coming. I don't even know. What do we do? Joel Linton up front, Alanga up front, Will Osula. Fucking Anthony Gordon. This is why people play template. This is why people play it safe in FPL, because you go against it all, you take your chance, and Anthony Gordon goes and does that. Fucking disgraceful. Just got back in the house, put the second half on, 2-0. 20 seconds gone. What can you do, like? I mean, what is it to say, like? What can you say after that? Like, I was, you know, I walk in the house, 20 seconds go by and we concede to Ekitike. And of course it was Ekitike. Who else was it going to be? I think I even said when I predicted 4-0, 5-0 on the veterans stream on the double pivot, I'm sure I even said it might be 4 or 5-1 because Ekitike will score. It's inevitable. I believe in the power of the narrative and the way we've chased him for so long, the way we could have had him and then they would have had Isak, and then he obviously signed for them and they're going, so he was always going to score Ekitike, and it was a sickener. It was a real sickener. And then what I saw after that was beautiful. That is what football is all about. That is what my FPL team is all about, in the way that they dug in. They fought them boys. And like, I have been wrong about a lot of things this season, not least Anthony Gordon as captain. But I was wrong about Will Osula at half-time. When I give you that update and I said Osula will never make it, bloody hell, he came on and he gave them a scare. He gave them a fright. Bruno Guimaraes showing what it means to represent Newcastle United Football Club, showing Alexander Isak what he demonstrating by example. You know, it was a year ago Guimaraes was in this position that Isak's in now. And look at him now, you know, a cup-winning captain, a legend, whereas Isak, you know, and now the question for Newcastle is, the question for Isak is, what are you going to do if you don't get your move? Are you going to come in and sort yourself out and become a Bruno Guimaraes? Or are you going to stomp off and strop off and be remembered, you know, in a completely different light as a Michael Owen? You know, and it's really frustrating because we deserved that. Liverpool were shite, absolute shite. They're the fucking champions. Nah, I hope they enjoy this season because Arne Slot's taking that team backwards. Like, and you might think I'm overreacting, but they were terrible, even with 10 men. You know, after that second goal, we played the man, not the cards, and it paid off. And we started showing what we're all about. And I was proud, I was proud. I was proud of the way we performed in that second half. And that sucker punch at the end from that young lad, Rio, whatever he's called. Fair play to him, you know. He came on, and we were in the ascendancy, and he came on, and do you know what 2 words went through my head? Oscar Bob. And it's because 2 years ago, very similar game against Man City, and it was 2-2, and Oscar Bob came on, and he scored an undeserved winner from pretty much the exact same position on the pitch. And I thought, I just knew, you know, when you get that feeling in the back of your head, that chill down your spine, I knew it was coming. But I can't be disappointed in my team. I can't, because I was proud of them. I'm not proud of Anthony Gordon. And I'd like to say I've calmed down a bit about him, but, you know, I staked it all on the line. I staked it all on Gordon, and this is what I get for it. This is what happens. And maybe, like, now, I'm in my garden now because the kids are in bed. And if I get a bit loud, I'd rather not be in the house. My wife's on the sofa. And it maybe has a bit of a Blair Witch feel. It feels like a bit of a horror movie. Well, so is my FPL season. It has been a horror show so far. 57 points at the start of play. I'm down to 53 now after 2 game weeks. And like Newcastle, you know, we lost Shea, we lost Tonali, we lost Joe Linton. And my FPL team, we've lost Palmer, we've lost Saka, we've now lost Gordon. And it's really difficult because, you know, I was in there and it was 2-2 and we had all the upper hand, and I thought, this is going to be an FPL video for the ages. I'm going to come out at full time. We'll have won 3-2 and I'll be, you know, it'll be wild. People will watch this video for years to come. And now it's just a massive disappointment, you know. It's hideous. And now I've got to figure out what on earth to do with my FPL team. I had the perfect strategy. You know, wildcard game week 13, bench boost 15, free hit 17, triple captain 19. The perfect strategy. But now I have to ask myself, is it time to wildcard? Is it time to pull the trigger? And you say this is a reactionary move. And of course it is. Every move we make in FPL is a reactionary move because we're reacting to what's happened. We are reacting to the reality of the situation. And the reality of the situation is I've got De Kuiper from a team that can't keep a clean sheet. Mistake. I've got Nunes, who has played 22 minutes all season. Mistake. I've got double Forest defence, and, you know, there's talk they're going to get Big Ange. So I don't want that. I've got Palmer injured, I've got Saka injured, I've got Gordon suspended, I've got Watkins crap, I've got Bowen crap, I've got Bruno Fernandes, you know, I've got Reinders who, you know, back down to earth, a bit like my FPL dreams and hopes this season. So I may have had a perfect strategy, but reality gets in the way. I may have had a perfect strategy, but the FPL gods laugh when you start making other plans. And now I have to ask myself, is it time to react? Do I want to let people, you know, the fear of being labelled as a reactionary, do I want to ruin my FPL season because of what other people might think? Or do I play the wild card? And, you know, I've got 28 million pounds worth of attacking talent in my FPL team who can't play this weekend. I mean, maybe Palmer's fit, who knows? But even if he is, what use is he? And he's not been any use for 9 months now, 8 months now. So the question is, do I wildcard? And again, I look to my beloved Newcastle. They did me so proud tonight. That second half that was pride. The Gallagher end, that was so close. They deserved the win. You know, we may not have thrashed Liverpool like I thought, but morally, spiritually, we have thrashed them. You know, I was wrong about a lot of things this season, and I said Newcastle would win this battle, but I thought Liverpool would win the war. Well, I was incorrect, because Newcastle did not win the battle tonight. But maybe Liverpool will not win the war either. Maybe they'll get that £150 shirker that's sitting at home while we need a striker. But I would take for all I said about him at half-time, I would take Will Osula over Alexander Isak on his sofa any day. And that's what I need to think about with my FPL team. Newcastle can't go into the season like this. They can't go into the season with the petulant baby Gordon as the main striker. They can't go in, even though he did well, they can't go in with Osula as the main striker. They've lost two midfielders tonight in Joe Linton and Tonali. Plans change, and I had a great plan, but plans change, and now I have to ask myself, do I wildcard the week before an international break? Do I somehow try and limp through to game week 4 and wildcard over that break? It's a big call, and I can't make it tonight. I'm hyped, I'm too emotionally charged, and I haven't looked at my phone, but I've needed to get my phone for the light outside in the garden. And I've seen it's blowing up. I've got messages, I've got notifications, or I've missed calls, voice notes, I've got them all. And, I'm not going to watch them until this video is published. I'm not going to look at them because I don't want to react. I want you to get my genuine reaction, and it hurts. It hurts, I took that criticism at the weekend, and it hurts. And do you know what? I'm not sure what my live rank is. Probably 9.5. Maybe the ignominy of a 10-figure rank, an 8-figure rank to 10 million. Maybe that's the ignominy I will be going to sleep with tonight. And I still don't feel shame. And I am embarrassed. I've got to go on the black box on Friday, and my season is in a wreckage already. But Newcastle, my beloved Newcastle, 2-0 down with 10 men against the champions after 20 seconds of that second half. They lost Tonali, they lost Joe Linton, and they fought back to 2-2. And yeah, they got the sucker punch, but they fought back. And it's on me now to find a way to fight back with this FPL team. It's on me now to find a way to fight back up the Nightmares Dreamers League, to fight back up the overall rankings. And maybe I've lost a bit of your respect with my decisions early, but if you can't see what I was trying to do, if you can't see what I'm trying to do, you look at any of my team and tell me that they're bad picks at any point in the season. They're not bad picks. They're good players, historically great FPL assets with great fixtures. And I took this chance on Gordon. I did. And, we've put it up them tonight. We were the better team by a mile. If we had won that game 5-0, you would not think it was undeserved. Liverpool were abysmal. They played like cowards, and they did not deserve that win. But fair play to them. They've found a way. They've fluked it, They've gone away like a League 2 team to the big boys, and they've managed to scrap the odd winning goal while we were chasing glory. And I suppose that is an analogy of my FPL team. But I tell you what, it could be worse. It could always be worse, and I could have more Salah in my FPL team because he was crap again. What a waste of £14.5 million. If I had Salah, I'd be wildcarding. If Salah was in my team instead of Bruno Fernandes, I would be wildcarding this week for sure. And I probably will. I probably will have to, but I'm gonna let cooler heads prevail. So I'm going to decide tomorrow, and you'll see me video probably on Wednesday. Wednesday night it'll probably be out because I'm at work on Thursday. Black box on Friday. So hopefully I'll get a proper recorded video out, because I know some of you don't like these vlogs. Some of you don't like the walking. I've not walked anywhere tonight. Walked 1,000 miles in my head trying to think about what was going through Anthony Gordon's brain. What an idiot. You see him, and he reads, you see all the pre-season videos of him reading the philosophy. He tries to make himself to be an intelligent. Well, he lacked emotional intelligence tonight. And maybe I have lacked a bit of emotional intelligence with my FPL team, but I did my best. I'm trying my best. And it's not worked. But I tell you what, Heskebo, he used to be on Twitter. He's only on Blue Sky now. Heskebo, he's gone without Salah and Haaland, and he's right up there. I think he's top 400k or something. So it can work if you get the decisions right. And so far, I've not got the decisions right. Anthony Gordon as captain, Even if it was a blank, it would have been fine because they've all blanked. The red card was unnecessarily harsh. But we take it and we move on. And I still don't feel any shame. In fact, I feel pride. I feel pride in myself for playing this way while putting myself out there. And I feel pride in my beloved Newcastle for the way they've played tonight. So I'm going to go away, I'm going to plan that wild card and see if it's worth it. I'll decide probably tomorrow, and I'll probably let you know on Wednesday night. It's a tough game, FPL. It's a tough game. And maybe I have had to eat my words tonight, but do you know what? I'm going to go in, and there's still 2 hours left of Burger Monday, and I'm going to put the oven on, I'm going to hoy my burgers in, I'm going to get this video out for you. And I'm going to have a bit of sweet chilli sauce on and a little bit of extra spice to my thinking. And then I'm going to watch Wednesday, and I am not full of woe because the season, baby, has only just begun. There's 36 game weeks to go, and I'm going to be fighting, scratching and clawing the entire way. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.